what's up? I'm Tom Wallisch. I'm a professional skier, and this is my first hand. My dad insisted that I go to college because he was pretty confident skiing wasn't going to take me anywhere. By the time senior year of high school came around and it's time to apply for schools, it was, a long time conversation of where I was going to go to school. It was hard to figure out where it would be cheap, where there's skiing close by. Finally found the University of Utah. It was a good choice for me to, go somewhere where I was going to be able to ski while still continue to further my education. 4x9 is a ridiculous group of friends that sort of make movies. We don't really make much money making them. We kind of all came together here at the U going to school, and it's just a way to kind of associate all of us together, to call us all one name. And we got lucky and found a place pretty much right on Frat Row. It's definitely the way to live a full college lifestyle. I mean, anytime you're going up skiing or hit a rail, there's, tons of people here. There's always somebody that'll join you. We had seen people hit that feature before, and it's a section of the metal roof that's a little bit higher than everything else, so it's sort of like as if a box would be in the park.
Let's get this rope going because I am about to pee myself up here.
Pretty scared at first.
Oh.
It's pretty high off the ground, so you got to be confident in its ability to kind of slide. And not to mention, it's one heck of a hard time to get up there. We just feed off each other and learn off each other. It's the easiest way to help and improve your own skiing and everybody else's. It's always hard to kind of be motivated the next day after a late night handrail session because it's just cold and wet out, and you always end up exhausted and tired and sore more than anything. Came out pretty early in the backcountry trying to set up and shoot a jump back there. I would say sheer boredom pushes me to try a new trick every day. I mean, once I learn something, it's like I need something new. The whole process of learning, the fear and the adrenaline of like trying something new, or that excitement that you get from finally, getting a trick. It's just, what I love most about skiing. As soon as I get something new, I'm more motivated to go up and try a harder trick.
Oh yeah.
We're over the feature and we're done shooting, and it's still early. And then it's where you got to decide, whether you try and get something else done during the day in the backcountry, or you just, call that a success and head over the ridge to Park City. I mean, anytime I have an opportunity to ski, I always take that opportunity. I've always skied 9 to 4 or 9 till 10 or opening to close, whatever it was, wherever I was. the person that spends the most time on their skis, that has them on their feet more than they have not skis on their feet, they're just gonna be more comfortable. And it's just so much fun being out there that I don't know why I'd really stop.
Let's just go to a rail that we already know, like in Espoo or something, and we'll just stop and stuff along the way.
Filming anywhere overseas, especially somewhere like Finland, is just different because you're in a foreign country, you're not in your own element. Sort of all just went out there to film for the new Level 1 Productions movie. It's a great place. It always has snow, guaranteed gonna get some shots.
The same stuff we were riding the other night. Could slide, could catch.
I think it's best just to kind of have a day or two at the beginning of the trip, searching, scouting days.
Yeah.
It's really cool to have a lot of different features in the movie, rather than having all of us have shots on the same, perfect down rail.
It's so doable. If there was better in-run, it'd just be gnarly.
It's a good crew we got going. We filmed a lot together in the past, and we kind of all are really similar. We work well as a team together.
I've been working with Tom when I met before the fame actually caught up to Tom. They were all working together, and all of a sudden, the kid we work with, I was like, superstar skier. When I met Hornbeck, or even I give Tom a hard time, it's because we're proud of him. Like, he's our friend that made it,
Did they look sketchy at all or no? They felt sketchy to me. I went like that in the air with my head. Good thing you got a helmet on.
I always get picked on for wearing my helmet. I think it's safe.
Yeah, we gotta pick on him. Kid wears a helmet in urban. Can't be that legit.
I think it's okay, because we're usually making fun of him for having a little bit more money now, and like, if that's what you're getting made fun of, then so be it.
Well, it's pretty good riding with this guy, Forget your wallet, he'll buy you the food. You pretend you forget your wallet and he'll buy you the food. I did find my wallet, by the way.
And it definitely is motivating to, to hang out with those guys and just be messing with each other, but I don't like that they're picking on me all the time. That's not nice. Level 1's definitely played a pretty big role in kind of my breakout as a professional skier.
Thanks. Yeah, no problem, guys.
The start of my career was definitely the year I entered and won the Super Unknown contest that Level 1 puts on every year. You film at your home mountain, you put a video out, and then have a chance to win a contest. It's not like a big cash prize or anything, but it's more than that. You get an opportunity to film with an awesome crew. every time we do a handrail trip, we always make sure we take a day off and just go ride at the local park, because it's a good break and it's relaxing and takes the pressure off. You can go have some fun, just ski around, hit a lot of rails or some jumps, and it kind of keeps you on point.
We're shredding with all the homies trying to fit in, except we can't speak Finnish. Moi, moi moi, kiitos.
It's fun skiing at night. It's cool to be back a part of that and to do it again, because it reminds me a lot of how I grew up skiing.
Whenever we were out shooting with Tom, regardless of who else is there, everybody wants a piece of Tom Wallisch. It's a superstar syndrome thing that I don't think I've ever seen otherwise in the context of making ski films.
It's only been in the past 2 years that I've signed things. It's still cool to think back about how excited I was when I would go to summer camp and meet a professional.
Yeah.
Somebody I'd watched their segment just hundreds of times trying to learn every little, trick. It's cool to kind of see that flipped and to see how stoked those kids are.
So the trap rail was a rail that I've seen in Finland, and I always wanted to do something like it.
Something that none of us, I don't think, had ever really hit or experimented with. And it's definitely just a really cool, unique feature that you can't hit with a drop-in, a bungee, natural. You need a winch. The first night, the winch won't start, and went through all kinds of ideas. Eventually, we stopped, called it a night, figured out what was wrong, came back, and apparently we were not watching the wheel well enough.
That kind of stuff is gonna happen a lot.
Check this out. So
it's way back.
we gotta, damn man.
There's no way we're getting that chain on without taking that whole siding off.
So then we couldn't run the winch because the rope wouldn't stay taut, because the chain would just blow off halfway through trying to use the winch. Because it just sitting in the back of your head that, you worked all night and you have nothing to show for it. You're out in Finland, you spent a lot of money to get there, and it's like a 9-day trip where you have to get something done.
This reminds me of last night, kinda. I feel like this has all happened before with this dumb thing.
To come out with nothing after a full night's work is just awful. Definitely showed up on the third night, and at that point, after putting in so much work, it's, we got to do whatever we have to do. This has to work. But we did everything right, and it worked out. I think we came out with maybe some of the best shots of the trip, and even for the whole season. Totally worth all the work at the end, but wow, so damn frustrating. Just went home for the weekend to put on a rail jam at my home mountain Wisp Resort in Deep Creek Lake, Maryland. My parents and my uncle both went in and bought a place right across from the mountain.
My husband and I both liked all the snow skiing, sailing, and things. And once we had the little kids, it was really hard to do. And for a long time, he and I would just take turns going out to ski. And then if he wanted to go, we took him. After that, that was it. Skiing was pretty clear. That is what he did.
Morning usually involves a cornucopia of food being prepared. There's nothing my parents like more than shoving food down people's faces. Waffles is one of the key highlights, I'd say, of our household and of my whole childhood. This cooks the best Belgian waffle you could ever have. They're critically world acclaimed. I don't know how I didn't end up fatter.
All right, I pulled the plug if nobody wants another waffle.
We love activities. My parents are huge into activities. My mom and dad both hate, sitting around doing nothing, never really been into indoor stuff. There's currently about infinity activities at the WISP.
Some of the kids' friends call it the Wallisch weight loss weekend. It's walk up the mountain, do this, go there. They said you can eat whatever you want, you're still gonna lose weight.
It would get stressful for some of the people that are, a part of the up at 7, waffles at 7:15, out on the water at 7:30 program. It's a little rough if you weren't raised with it, I guess. Swallow Falls is technically a waterfall nearby our house in Deep Creek. There's just a ton of rocks, and there's 2 pretty big waterfalls, a ton of swimming holes, areas to jump off rocks, and it's just like a pretty cool natural playground.
Tom's favorite part of Swallow Falls was jumping off the falls. There was 2 swim holes. One was that we liked as parents, but then as they got older, there's really high side, and yeah, they did that. We didn't like it.
The goal after I learned how to do something was to get in the air. Learn how to walk, need to learn how to jump. Learn how to ski, need to learn how to jump.
As a kid, Tom jumped on everything. He saw a step, he'd run up on it and try to spin, do a 360, come down, and never walk normal.
It's always just been a big thing, and it's more exciting than staying on the ground, I guess. I don't know. The first year that the rail jam happened, it was kind of just like a jam, and I even, skied in it and stuff, but as the years went on and the years after that, it started being like something that actually got involved with the planning in.
Like A-frame right after this on the flat, and like flat box over here, have like flat box on the flat, so it's like pretty good for like anybody that wants to do, I don't know, a new trick. And if he can like
kind of brought all my sponsors in and planned, months ahead of time to have, prize money for the event. Pretty much just put a lot more effort into it and just, wanted to make it a more worthwhile event for, everyone on the East Coast to come out for. Seeing like so many different ways to run an event like that, I've kind of like figured out and dialed in the best way to make it fair, to make it fun, and just a great overall time.
So running girls together, all skiers together, and then is it just all snowboarders and that's it? Wow, there's so many.
Yeah.
Just more stressful and more talking than I ever would have thought you really needed. Ended up working out, finally, got everything planned, set up, jam started, and just spent the rest of the night talking.
This is the category for all the money for the skiers, so you're gonna see some crazy stuff, I think.
Just figured it was a way that, I could encourage more and more kids to get involved and to come out for it and give them something fun to do for a weekend, and that I never really had growing up, that I'm jealous of and that I wish I would have had.
Oh, going for the front board.
He told me he was going to be in the X Games when he was like 12. I said, whatever. I mean, you don't want to discourage a kid, but did I ever think it would happen? No. But he reached it and won the European X Games this year.
Wow, starting out with a bang. Let's hear it for Brian.
But he's a determined kid, you know. I'd say an ordinary kid with extraordinary determination is what I would consider.
And in first place, we got Tristan Sadler. Where you at?
What he's done with his life is more than I would have ever guessed. All I wanted him to do is be happy. I want a happy kid.
Looking back from this point at everything that's happened, it's like really surreal, and there's no better way I could have predicted or expected my career as a skier to go. I mean, I couldn't want it any other way.
Hey! No! Dump it out! No, you're not allowed! You're gonna embarrass me.
Well, the thing is, with Urbans, you want to look like you're still skiing even though you're not on the mountain. So we wear goggles to keep a link between the two.
I wish I could see myself.